Prince William and Theresa May have arrived at a ceremony marking the centenary of the First World War Battle of Amiens. Hundreds of people invited to the event today had relatives who took part in the battle, bringing along photographs and old letters with them. Relatives of soldiers who served and died in the conflict spoke of the pride and sadness. Prince William, in a speech read out in Amiens Cathedral, said they were gathered to commemorate all those who participated in this great endeavour, and to celebrate the bonds of friendship which unite our nations. The Duke of Cambridge said they had returned to the city to learn more about the experience of those who were involved in the historic summer of 1918 and to honour the fallen of all nations. In the cathedral in northern France, the story of the battle was told through contemporary letters, diaries and poems read by guests from the 2,000-strong congregation. Prince William speaking at the event. Image Sky News. He said they are in Amiens to learn about the battle. Image PA. The Duke of Cambridge and Theresa May hear about the battle. Image PA. They listen to stories from the battle. Image PA. Prince William and Theresa May walk together. Image Daily Mirror. In his speech, Prince William said, "It is fitting too that we come together here, in this magnificent cathedral, which has such a profound connection to all those that served." After the war, a commemorative tablet was installed here, by the Imperial War Graves Commission, in sacred memory of 600,000 men of the armies of Great Britain and Ireland who fell in France and Belgium during the Great War, he added, and the Chapel of the Allies, where today we will renew the bonds forged during the war, is a lasting testament to the continuing relationship between those who served here 100 years ago and the people of Amiens. Prince William acknowledged the debt owed to the First World War troops in a message printed in the official program. The Battle of Amiens, and the continued fighting which followed during the summer of 1918, brought the Allies hope and optimism after 4 long years of bloodshed and stalemate. While it is right that we have collectively commemorated many of the significant battles and campaigns of those years, it is important that the success of the Battle of Amiens takes its rightful place in our shared history. In the service, the first piece of music was played by the Central Band of the Royal Air Force. Duke of Cambridge as he arrived. Image PA. Theresa May appears to curtsy as she shakes Prince William's hand. Image PA. The Battle of Amiens, also known as the Third Battle of Picardy, was the opening phase of the Allied offensive which began on the 8th of August 1918, later known as the 100 Days Offensive, that ultimately led to the end of the First World War. Some 44,000 militants died during the bloody 4-day combat, which signaled a huge shift in how wars would be fought in the future. The event today, held in partnership with the Australian, Canadian, French and US governments, is telling the story of the battle and those that fought for victory over the Germans. Kevin Sherlock, 58, a retired Rolls-Royce engine inspector from Derby, said his 19-year-old great-uncle Ernest Harm, who was killed towards the end of the battle, paid the ultimate sacrifice, helping to bring peace to Europe. He said the teenage soldier, also from Derby, a lance corporal, in the King's Own Yorkshire Light Infantry, 2nd Battalion was killed, possibly by machine gun fire, going over the top on August 11, 1918. Prince William has arrived at the event. Theresa May arrives at Amiens Cathedral, France. Image PA. French Minister of the Armed Forces Florence Parly greets Theresa May. Image Reuters. Prime Minister Theresa May speaks with French Defense Minister Florence Parly. Image AFP. Mr. Sherlock added, "I think as I've got older I've thought about it more really. He was only 19, just a lad really, never experienced anything in his life. So there's sadness but also pride that he took part in a key battle that brought ultimately the Allied victory, and no doubt about it, shortened the war as well. Commenting on the fact his great-uncle has no known grave, Mr. Sherlock added, "It must be very painful for a mother to come to terms with. She probably thought he was listed as missing, killed in action, but there's always a small part of you thinking he might walk through the door one day." Prince William during the service today. Image PA. Prince William and Theresa May sit side by side. Image PA. Hundreds gathered in Amiens Cathedral. Image BBC. Scotland's First Minister Nicola Sturgeon attends a service at Amiens Cathedral. Image PA. Among those invited were Armed Forces Minister Mark Lancaster, his French counterpart Florence Parly, Chief of the Defence Staff General Sir Nick Carter, who is head of Britain's armed forces, and representatives of other nations, including Germany. In her message printed in the official programme, Mrs. May highlighted how the Battle of Amiens heralded the beginning of the period known as the 100 Days Offensive. After the 1918 conflict, successive military victories eventually led to the surrender of German forces and the end of the conflict on Armistice Day on November 11 that year. The Prime Minister wrote, "Today, we commemorate that success, but we also reflect on the fear and hardship experienced by the people of this city and the surrounding battlefields, as well as the immense suffering and demoralization of the German troops. We remember with profound respect all those who served on both sides of the battle, and we give thanks for the courage, bravery and skill which would lead to what the world had long yearned for." The guns finally falling silent, the event today was brought to a close with the British and French national anthems.